There are people who work hard their whole lives and never become wealthy. They wake up early. They go to work. They do everything they were told to do, and yet nothing changes. Then there are others who seem to understand something deeper. They're not just working hard. They are working from a different mindset, a different system, and wealth begins to follow them. Tonight, I need you to hear this clearly. Wealth is not luck. Wealth is not chance. Wealth is a result of thinking, discipline, and consistency. Men like Napoleon Hill studied this for years, but long before him, the kingdom of God already revealed it. This is not about religion. This is about a system. And if you align with the system, your life must produce results. Let me start here. You will never become wealthy with a poor mindset, because your life will always move in the direction of your thinking. If you think, I'm struggling, I can't get ahead, money is hard to find, then your life will keep confirming those thoughts. But when your thinking shifts, your reality begins to shift, because your mind is the gateway to your future. What you think about daily becomes your decisions, your habits, your outcomes. So I need you to say this, and say it with conviction. I don't chase money. I become the person money is attracted to. Now listen carefully. The world will tell you, grind harder. But the kingdom says, become wiser. Look at Solomon. Solomon did not beg for money. He did not chase riches. He asked for wisdom, understanding, knowledge. And because he understood the system, wealth followed him. This is your revelation tonight. Wealth is a byproduct of alignment, not desperation. There are principles that govern wealth, and they do not change. Discipline, consistency, obedience, focus. These are not suggestions. They are laws. If you break them, you break yourself. If you follow them, you build your future. Let's talk about discipline, because this is where most people lose. Discipline is doing what you don't feel like doing. It is waking up when you're tired. It is studying when your mind wants rest. It is staying focused when distractions are calling your name. Most people don't fail because they lack opportunity. They fail because they lack discipline. Your feelings will lie to you. Your feelings will tell you, not today. Start tomorrow. You deserve a break. But discipline says, do it anyway. So say this, I don't move by feelings. I move by decision. Now let's go deeper, because discipline alone is not enough. You need consistency. Everyone wants results, but very few people stay consistent long enough to see them. Consistency means you show up daily. You repeat the process. You trust the system, even when you don't see results. Because here is the truth. Small daily actions create massive long-term wealth. You read 10 pages a day. That's 3,650 pages in a year. That's a transformed mind. You save a little each day. You invest consistently. That's how wealth is built, not overnight, but over time. So say this, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be consistent. Now hear this. One of the greatest enemies of wealth is distraction. You cannot build wealth while scrolling all day. You cannot build wealth while comparing your life to others. You cannot build wealth jumping from one idea to another every week. Where focus goes, energy flows. If your focus is scattered, your results will be scattered. You must choose a direction, commit to it, and master it. Say this, I eliminate distractions. I focus on my assignment. Now let me show you something powerful. If you want to change your life, you must change what you listen to. Because your environment shapes your mindset. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, your thinking will shrink. But if you begin to feed your mind with greatness, your thinking expands. Study people who think differently. Study people who understand principles. People like Napoleon Hill, who taught that your thoughts become things. Because even if your physical environment hasn't changed, your mental environment can. Say this: I feed my mind with greatness daily. Now here is where it gets real. Because many of you will start, but you won't continue. Why? Doubt. Doubt will come. Fear will come. Uncertainty will come. And most people stop right there. But hear this: doubt is not a sign to stop. It is a sign you are stepping into something bigger. You don't wait until you feel ready. You act, even when you're unsure. Because faith moves forward, even when clarity is missing. Say this: I act even when I don't feel ready. Now let's bring structure to this. Wealth is not built randomly. It is built through systems. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. So what is your daily system? Wake up with purpose. Feed your mind. Work on your vision. Stay disciplined. Repeat. Day after day. Week after week. Month after month. That is how transformation happens. Now shift your thinking again. Stop asking, how do I get money? Start asking, who do I need to become? Because money follows value. If you become disciplined, focused, consistent, knowledgeable, wealth will locate you. Say this: I am becoming a person of value. Now hear this final truth. Everything changes when your identity changes. If you still see yourself as broke, you will stay broke. If you still see yourself as limited, you will stay limited. You must see it before you see it. So declare this boldly: I am disciplined. I am focused. I am consistent. I am building wealth. And now we bring it back to the foundation. Because all of this must be aligned with God. Because wealth without God leads to destruction. But when you align with kingdom principles, you gain wisdom, you gain direction, you gain stability. Obedience unlocks provision. Let me say that again. Obedience unlocks provision. So declare this: I follow divine principles, and provision follows me. Now hear me as I close. You don't need more time. You need more discipline. You don't need more ideas. You need more consistency. You don't need perfect conditions. You need to start now. So from today, you change your thinking. You commit to discipline. You stay consistent. You protect your focus. You align with kingdom principles. And as you do this, your reality will begin to change. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because you have stepped into the system. Final declaration: say IT with power. Asterisk, asterisk from today. I change my mindset. I commit to discipline. I stay consistent. I focus on my purpose. I build wealth through principles. My reality is changing because my mind has changed. Asterisk, asterisk.